idea what it's like being a teacher.
I don't want to hear a person ever in the
I'm going to say it. Let's see.
history of ever say that this job, we're lucky, we have it easy.
I think you're lucky. Yeah, I'm saying it. I think it's fun to teach kids. They're like, hey, they love being a teacher. A lot of teachers love being a teacher. How many people really love their job? Can we compare those numbers? Are teachers happier with their job compared to any other job? Any other job? Like working in fast food or...
Takes
The world does not know how difficult it is to be a teacher, guys.
to be a teacher.
Sometimes these kids, I don't understand
This is the one that I do not trust. Let's watch.
how they ended up to this point.
First of all, I think it's kind of messed up to show the homework of a kid. Like, if you're a teacher that gets 130,000 likes on TikTok videos where you're like kind of making fun of the kids and, you know, they might be able to figure out like who it was, right? Like, who was it? And like, I don't know. I don't think you should be showing homework from children.
Write what it means
Respect their privacy.
in your own words. An example of how it works in the U.S. government
Boring.
today, and a personal example. How
Boring. Like, what a boring assignment. Honestly, it's like really boring. I do not see any name on that paper. She shows it a bit. I do believe that if that paper has a name of a student, it would have been on top of the paper, and it's not. So it's like someone gave this to her or put this on the stack of papers that knew that you wouldn't find out who it is to make fun of this entire assignment, or did you maybe fill this out?
Make sure it's one full page. And the student just turned it in, and I read it. First of all, they don't write it on a separate
See, she's showing the entire paper and the name of the student is not there.
sheet of paper. I've only had one kid this
The name of the student is not there.
year do that.
So you gave the assignment to everyone, and one of them came back with the assignment, completely ignored the assignment, and then just copied the questions as answers.
They just write like, it's very bizarre. But like they just don't do the assignment. It's like they don't understand because it's not written in like a multiple choice format. This is exactly what this student wrote. They wrote the principal's definition in the student's own words.
I don't believe it.
They
I don't
rewrote
believe
the
it.
instructions.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
The whole-
Paper. I'd like to see your handwriting. I'd like to compare this to your own handwriting, Miss Lee's history class. Huh? No name of the student on it. If they're filling it out, they would put their name on the front. They just copied everything. At school, teachers make rules, but principal, like, let's look at the example. Example, do not use this example. Checks and balances of the personal example. At school, teachers make rules, but principals can change or approve them. You know what principals can also do? Get rid of the rule completely. Not just change. Like, it's not just change or approve them. It's like, hey, that rule you just came up with, Miss Lee's history class, that's a stupid rule. We're not doing that rule.
What an assignment was, and then turn it in. But no, they didn't think that because they didn't think anything. These kids have a frightening ability for information to go from their eyes to their hands and not pass through the brain
She's a performer. Go to acting school.
at all.
Seriously, I think you enjoy making TikToks a lot more than you enjoy teaching.
Like, what do we do, y'all? That ship is sailing across the ocean and there is no one at the wheel.
That is funny. You're an entertainer. You should do stand-up comedy. I think it's great.
I don't know what's happened to education. It breaks my heart.
Guys, education is not the same
I wanted to be
anymore.
a teacher since I was in the 4th grade. Now I'm a teacher and I'm miserable a lot.
It's
Somebody
done
said
for.
education is failing because students are running the classroom and teachers have no authority. And that's true.
Yeah, that's true. Teachers suddenly, guys, teachers have no authority from today.
And so this is my formal submission. This is my submission on what behaviors I am seeing in my classroom and how I'm handling it. Because this year has been different than any other year before. And we say that every year, but genuinely, I feel like we are reaching a point where like something's got to give, and I don't know that we can keep going like this.
This is it, guys. The teachers cannot keep going
So
like this.
this summer, when I was out spending all of my personal dollars from my personal paycheck on things for the upcoming school year, I went to the teacher store that was going out of business on the road from me,
What did you buy?
and I purchased this plastic magic wands. Right, they came in a myriad of colors. I bought them. I came to work. I put
You had to. Kids need plastic magic wands. Why? They have pencils.
them in this cup, and I kept them. We have not used them all year.
This better be good, because if they could have just used their own pencil. Let's see.
Today, finally, I was like, we're gonna get the wands out, because if you are not in education, maybe you don't know this, but right now, in order for students to want to do anything, it has to be fun and it has to be exciting. And if they don't think it's fun,
If they're not doing, like, if they're not listening, they're not doing anything, you need to bring the magic wands.
or exciting, they're not gonna do it, and they're gonna complain the whole time. They're gonna complain anyways, but like they're gonna complain the whole time. They're not gonna do it. So we were doing an activity where every group needed a leader, and we were gonna pass who was the leader around as we went through the rounds of the thing. And I said, pick out your leader, raise your hand, who's your leader. And I went up to each table with one of every color. And I decided, like, oh, I think that you are this purple wand. And I, like, gave every leader at their table this plastic wand. I made a whole big to-do about it. And
You bought some plastic ones.
these were not
You used your entire paycheck on
expensive.
that.
I'm not going to act like they were super expensive, right? I'm not the teacher with the
You did have to mention that you had to pay for it out of pocket, right?
Hello Kitty Funko Pop on her desk, right? That's not what's happening here. They were pretty cheap. I bought them on sale as that store was going out of town, out of business. But I did spend my own money on these. And today, no student, I had passed them out. I watched a child look at me and then break it. Just
Oh my god. One of the children broke your plastic wand. I totally get breaking your own pen, but like, you're not supposed to break something that I gave you. I mean, like, you're borrowing it. Like, it's still mine. I don't want you to break it. Teach them a valuable lesson. You're teaching all the kids, but instead it's like, yeah, the children of today,
just broke it right now.
they're breaking our magic wands, guys.
Something that we didn't even need these for, right? We could have done this whole activity without the magic wand, but I was trying to make it
Why did you get the magic wand?
exciting and fun.
The magic wand does not make it exciting and fun. It's you don't need it.
I try to make class enticing. They just,
Fine. I don't know if magic wands is like the way to go.
and then when I was upset that they just broke the wand that we've never
You got upset. You're not supposed to get upset for like a 1 cent wand. And you tell them like, hey, now your wand looks silly, and make all the other kids laugh, and they still have to use the broken wand. And you say, I will give you a new wand if you apologize. And then they're like, you know what? I do want a working wand with the star at top, because now mine looks stupid. They learn a valuable lesson.
never even used before. That I spent my own money on this summer when I was spending
I have to mention again that I
personal
spent my own.
vacation, and time off school looking for things to make their lives better.
Oh, I was using my personal vacation and time of school looking for things to make their lives better. You cannot do that. Like, come on. Force him to keep using the broken wand every time. Right? There's a lot of things you can try, and it's like, I got upset and the kid cried, or the kid laughed at me. You're not a kid. You're not a kid, and you're acting like a kid because the kid broke your wand.
Better. Like he's not going to care, and this isn't fixable.
It is fixable. You can glue
And I'm
it.
just going to throw it away, right? Like that.
No, you can glue it. You can glue it. If you're really worried about losing out on that one wand, you can glue it.
More on Amazon.
It's wasted plastic. Yeah. Will you keep using the wands until the end of time, or will it end up on a landfill?
But it's not even the point. They just actually really don't care.
Yeah, you can easily glue that, by the way.
And to the point that I don't.
You know what? You can actually use your lighter and then melts, and then quickly put it on it. Within 5 seconds, you can fix it.
Like I don't know what we're gonna do about it, but like something's gonna have to change. So
Something has to
talk to your
change,
kids about
guys.
kindness, because even though this is
So it's like, parents, you're not talking to your kids about kindness. We cannot do it as teachers, and now they're mean. Parents, your kids are mean.
just a crappy plastic wand, it's not just this. It's like all the things they've broken from me that I've given them.
Tell me, what else have they broken? You're pushing them under a bus. You're kind of making them sound really stupid and annoying and bad.
My formal submission as to why your teachers are tired of quitting.
My formal submission on why your teachers are... Come on. Oh, let's see. I haven't pre-watched this.
No
Only
longer
the
know
first
how to
part.
do, and I don't know why. Number one,
Guys, kids can't do it anymore.
Read a clock with confidence.
Kids can't read a clock. If kids cannot read a clock, you teach them how to read a clock. At least one of the kids knows how to do it. It's like, hey, can you tell other people how you do it?
That to you with confidence. What's happening? Number 2.
They're saying that to you with confidence because they don't know how to do something and they're being honest.
Write in script. Whatever happened to writing in script? I love writing in script. I wish more of them used.
You either make it mandatory or you don't, right? If it's not mandatory, they're allowed to not write in script. Writing in script takes more effort. It's that simple. Older people do not write in script. You love writing in script, good for you. If it's mandatory, yeah, tell them you have to write in script. Let's look at the text on the whiteboard on the back. Hey, that's not in script. Yeah, even for themselves to read it. They're like, hey, if I do script, more effort, less effort, not in script, easier to read. Easier to write, easier to read. If you're not forcing them to use script, they're not going to use script. It's that simple. Okay, let's go.
How to do this. This is like a lost art. I'm sorry.
And you did the same thing, right? You're not writing in script on the whiteboard there, on those papers. Why? Because you're making it easier for them to read it, right? And you're giving up on script because you know it's going to be more difficult for them to read.
Arts. Well, there's one kid on the other team that notices that
One kid,
we're
okay?
all actively cheering for my son. Okay, so this child
Okay.
on the other team, mid-game, walks over to me, a
Okay.
grown woman,
One child, okay?
puts 2 hands up like this close to my face, and goes, "You're
Yeah, extreme example. And you say, hey, that's not cool. And then you talk to the parents and say, hey, you need to teach your kid to not do that. Are you doing that? And some parents don't care. Yeah, I have to mouth it because of TikTok, okay? It's pretty clear.
6 years old." There's no other way to describe how I felt. I was in
Violent movies, action movies. Back in the day, we watched them. Yep, we watched a lot of horror movies, violent action movies. And yeah, we did stupid shit. Yeah, we did stupid shit. Yeah.
disbelief. My daughter and son are sitting with me. They're in shock. The ref is looking at me completely in shock. I go to turn to my husband to tell him, like, this
You talk to the ref and say, hey, can you maybe talk to the parents of that kid?
is what happened. But he had already seen it. He was making his way over to the coach, okay? I stand up and go, where is this child's parents? Where is his parents? Who's his parents? Well, guess what? No one claimed him. So that coach ends up pulling that kid out of the game.
Talking to the parents about all of this and like keeping this offline, I think would have been better. But it sounds like you had to make a TikTok video about
Ended up
it.
talking. I'm just going to end with this, and I'll go into details maybe another time of how I know this. The most disappointing thing is those parents left without even knowing that this took place.
They left without even knowing that this took place. Great job. You're supposed, if the coach is not telling the parents, you're saying like they didn't even know when they left. No, I didn't even tell them because it's not my job to tell them like, hey, your kids just did something that was really inappropriate. Nobody told them, so yeah. I don't feel like it's my responsibility to give you, an opportunity to teach the kid that certain things are not okay.
Yeah? Can you imagine?
At this point, y'all, I
No, I can't imagine. I would have gone to the parents. You didn't, so you kind of failed.
just need to start a documentary. There's no way that it's 11:15 and I'm on the brink of tears because I want to go home so bad.
These kids are horrible.
Recording yourself while you're driving the car, I think is messed up. Yeah, you're holding the phone probably in your hand. So let's go back.
Because I want to go home so bad.
Fine, but now you're moving. You're moving. The car is moving. 90,000 likes. The car is moving, and you're recording a TikTok while driving, right? Because it's reversed, right?
Kids are horrible.
The kids are horrible. You're saying about the students.
Horrible. They
Kind of messed up to say that about your
don't
students,
care
but okay.
about learning. The parents don't hold
The kids nowadays don't care about learning, guys. 90,000.
They don't make their kids hold
The parents are not parenting.
themselves accountable. The
No, not accountable.
does not hold the parents of the children accountable. They say they hold the kids accountable, but they go to the office and they come back and they do the same thing. It's awful. I have a parent in there with me for some of the kids.
So based on where the camera is located now, let's go back.
It's awful. I have a parent in there.
It does look like you're holding the phone, which prohibits you from using other features of your car. So you're doing something that is really irresponsible.
With me for some of
At least you're not constantly
kids
looking
that
into
have,
into the camera, right?
disability, like different things. Like she's in there to support me.
Okay, yeah, you are paying attention to the phone, so you're not paying attention to the road. You're a really bad example. Let's be real. If you're this focused on your phone, you're not really paying attention to the traffic and the road, right? So, good job. Teacher of the year, ladies and gentlemen.
Board. We went article by paragraph. We broke it down. I asked them questions.
Honestly, I don't even care. I'm going to skip you.
Meeting me, I'm Melissa.
Kids get bored.
I have been teaching forever. About 7 to 10 years ago, I started to see a shift. Suddenly, every child had a phone or tablet, and parents, understandably.
Don't use your phone and tablet in class. Yeah, schools have rules, so I don't know. Why is this a thing? Let's see.
We're using them to keep the kids quiet. Of course, I did it with my own kids sometimes too. But now, it's different. Kids aren't playing outside. They're not learning how to be bored.
Bullshit. I'm seeing kids play outside constantly.
They're not learning conflict resolution skills. And they don't know how to listen.
Bullshit. They're actually part of more communities, right? They're like, because of online and gaming and like, they have a lot of hobbies, but also I don't feel like they are worse at conflict resolution. I don't think so.
Listen or sit still anymore.
No, don't know how to listen or sit still anymore. And that wasn't the problem back in the day. It is boring to sit the entire day. Yeah, I think the system sucks.
I used to show a movie that connected to our lesson, and the kids were so excited.
Wait.
I used to show a movie that connected
What movie? What movie did you show?
to our lesson, and the kids were so excited.
Yeah, like they're not that excited about watching a VHS movie, lady. You're teaching about something and say, hey, has anyone watched a movie that is like kind of linked to this or whatever? Have you guys watched that movie? Maybe give them a synopsis. Maybe get them to be excited about the movie, right? Give them an option to watch the movie or do something else.
Now I've got kids asking to skip it. They literally can't just sit and watch. Do you remember how it used?
Yeah, boring. Forcing kids to watch a movie together, boring. Yeah, I think it's boring. I thought it was boring back then. Nobody called the teacher out, and children are now standing up for their rights, and they're like, this is stupid and boring, and they're right.
To feel when the teacher would pull out the cart with the big TV and the VCR attached? Yeah, not.
See, told you the VHS. I told you she's like remembering the good old days with the VHS. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I didn't think it was really that interesting. No, I didn't learn that much from it either. No, I didn't. Nope. Yeah. Boring movie.
Anymore. Now kids need constant stimulation. So yes, focus issues have always been around, but nothing like what I've seen in the past decade.
There are so many teachers quitting right now in
Oh God. Show me stats.
America, and I can guarantee you it's related to these 3 things: student behavior and how there are no consequences.
There are no consequences anymore. Parents are not parenting at all anymore. Like it's completely done.
Horrible student behavior. Number 2, no support from admin at all with a horrible behavior. And then number 3, the amount
Always.
of work that teachers put in does not equal our take-home pay. And I know what you're going to say.
Oh, we're not making enough money.
But you get paid for summer and for your breaks. Honey, our salary is broken up into 12 months, but we only get paid for the time that we work. They just do teachers a favor and divide that by 12, so we get paid through
Is this a new thing?
summer. But the amount of work that we do outside
This is
the
new?
classroom, insane. Some of y'all would laugh
Yeah, it's the most difficult job in the world,
in our
guys.
shoes.
Teaching the
You can't last a day in our shoes. Oh, try me.
Drove me nuts. That is my only 10th grade class. And what I'm learning is that they think everything is funny.
That sounds kind of funny.
Everything is hilarious.
That has potential. That has potential for teachers that are funny. Funny by default. Like you're getting funny points even though it's not funny. Embrace it.
They don't take the work seriously. Let me show y'all.
Don't tell me it's one of those where they just copied the assignment. Let's see.
This is the passage.
Yeah, okay.
1, 2, 3 paragraphs.
Yeah.
This
Long ass paragraphs. Let's be real. Those were long ass paragraphs.
Gonna smile.
A kid was saying like it's boring to read text.
Smile.
What do we do? What do we do?
And it made me mad. Because what do you mean reading a 3-paragraph passage is too much? That's too hard. How many words?
It made you mad? you're like, what do you mean? Like, you're not supposed to get mad about something like that. It sounds like you're taking it all way too seriously. Chill out. You're eating while recording your TikTok video. And it's okay. It still works.
3 paragraphs.
You're talking with your mouth full. Not really nice. We teach kids not to do that. Not to eat when they're talking and stuff like that, right? Like you're doing that.
No way in hell. Please talk to them about taking school more seriously. Because what are we here for? What is your expectation when you walk into this building?
Oh, I need to end up with the Zoom.
And I just don't understand the confusion. Like, I don't get it.
How were the grades?
Because I wasn't this type of student, so I'm having a very hard time.
I was a good student. The kids nowadays, they're bad students. I was such a good student.
Being,
yeah.
What's the word? Understanding. And I look at myself as a very understanding person. Like, very understanding.
Oh, you're very understanding.
Early release Monday, and this is how I'm feeling.
Early release Monday, and this is how I'm feeling.
Tired of sitting through IEP meetings because they're bull. In my state, anyway. They're excuses.
I don't know what that is. Is the parent meeting? I don't know.
People writing these IEPs for these kids spend maybe a half hour every evaluation, which is what, every 6 to 8 weeks, maybe even more than that.
Administration complains fine. Yeah, you don't like administration. Nobody likes administration. Yeah, everyone deals with administration. Lots of people deal with administration.
These kids are terrors. Okay, these kids.
The kids are terrors. The kids are terrors.
Spitting. They're hitting.
They're spitting.
They're kicking.
They're hitting. They're kicking.
Hurting their friends consistently. But because
let's imagine this. We're in the class, we're trying to teach, and it's like, and they're hitting, and it's like WWE, they're like jumping from the tables. That's pretty extreme. What school is this?
Because the IEP meeting went well, mom's all happy about it. And your kid still?
So IEP is like telling the parents how their kid is doing, but you cannot tell the parent like, hey, your kid is constantly spitting on me and everyone else in the class. Your kid has like sent 5 classmates to the hospital, broken 5 legs, 5 arms in my class. You're not going to talk about that stuff with the parent, and it's not going to be discussed at all. Interesting. Your kid is an asshole.
You changed the diagnosis to autism. Well, big deal. The mom said he's pooping his pants, and they literally looked at her and said, oh, welcome to have an autistic kid. That's what they do. Your kid doesn't just shit his pants at 5 years old because he's autistic after he's been potty trained for 3 years.
Honestly, I don't think this should be up on TikTok. I don't think you should throw this out there. I really don't think so. Do the kids know that their teacher is like, is this a teacher even?
We've got to stop making exceptions for these kids. They're going to get nowhere in life if we continue to walk on eggshells and reward them for their bad behavior. There, I said it. I'm done.
The kids, current generation is
Rant
done.
Over.
Hi, it's
At least it was a short rant.
And I'm coming to y'all a little early because I am just absolutely drained. I'm drained, and
so drained, guys.
I did see a few TikToks last week that.
No, you have enough time to watch TikToks.
And I wanted to reiterate.
Other teachers complaining about stuff, so you're like, hey, I need to get some out of this as well. Like, come on.
A few things, and that is that about 90% of my job in teaching is managing behavior.
Oh, we heard this one before.
I know.
The kids are just completely different breeds.
That I could teach anything. But if they're hanging from the ceiling, it's like corralling cats every day, and I mean feral cats, but it's about managing behavior. And I would like to reiterate that I do feel like it has everything to do with the fact that kids used to be more social. They used to be...
Kids are less... I disagree. I don't buy that at all. Kids are more social nowadays. That is what I really believe. Yeah. Yeah. Technology is also making kids more social. If you just tell them like, hey, you can use your phone, they will probably all go into their phone, because the social part is, a lot of it is in their phone, right? But even with if they're like, they're part of more communities, I don't think they're less social. I do not believe that they're less social. No, I don't believe it. The friend's house, they would play outside. I see kids play outside all day.
With the neighbors' kids, they would be in and out.
I see that all day.
Their homes.
Yeah, I see kids going to home and going out. Playing outside, yeah, I see that all day.
I don't know, my parents' friends disciplined us. They held the same standard.
My parents' friends disciplined us? No, not really. No, I wouldn't. I don't think I would be okay with that. If the parents of one of my friends would really discipline me, which wasn't really needed, to be honest, but like, No, it's not their place. You know? Like, sure, they can tell me, like, hey, that's not okay. If it's their house, their rules and stuff like that. But, like, really discipline us, like they were our co-parents, like, no. That was not the case. And you're asking for that to come back? I hope it will never come back.
You know, they would tell us what we could and could not do. And I
Kids that are doing... So you're saying that kids that go to a friend's house and do something they're not supposed to do, the parents of that kid is not willing to tell them that they're not supposed to do it, so the kid is like smashing plates. Interesting.
I say that because the things that adults deem to be socially normal for kids are no longer there. Like, meaning...
Disagree. I don't think this is a thing.
We hold that expectation, but the kids can't adhere to it because it's not been ingrained in their souls.
Ingrained in their souls. That was funny.
Right.
Honestly, you scare me.
Their souls. I had to argue with a child today.
I had to argue with a child today. Let's listen, guys.
Who went to get tissues, and when he picked up the box, there were no tissues.
And the kid had a panic attack? What happened?
In the box. And do you know what he did?
Pretended to hold like tissues that were not actually there? What did the kid do? He went to get some tissues out of the box and the box did not have any tissues. Oh my God. Is it just like he didn't throw it away, which was his responsibility, even though it was not, because he was not the last person taking the last tissue out of the box? And you were expecting him to like throw it away and get a new one. Like, what could it be? What could it be? Did he just throw the tissue box at her face? That could be it.
He set the box back down.
What? What?
And didn't dispose of the box.
Oh my God. He was not the person that took the last tissue out of the box. It was not his responsibility to change the box. You idiot. If you really think that you had the right to argue with the kid for not throwing away the box, even though he was not the last person to go and check the box for tissues, like the last person that took the last tissue, that person had the responsibility to dispose of the box. He went to the box did not offer any service. The box was out of service. There was no sign indicating that the box was out of service, and he wasted his time going to the box expecting service. Arguing with the kid about this, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Seriously.
And when I said, do you think that you could throw that away? He said, I didn't do it.
Yeah, he's right. He's fucking right. He did not take the last tissue from the box. He did not do it. He's right.
I'm not going to dispose of it.
Respect. You're not supposed to punish the person that did not really make a mistake. The person that made the mistake was the person that took the last tissue and did not dispose of the box, because apparently that's a rule. I would not care that much about disposing the box. I would not care that much. I really would not care that much. No, I think this is just such bullshit. But that person made the mistake. They took the last tissue. Does not automatically get this. If you're pushing it to the next person, what are you teaching kids? You're teaching them, hey, if nobody's looking, don't replace the box, because when Johnny comes and tries to get a tissue out of the box and it's empty, I will punish Johnny instead, right? You can get away with it. You don't have to replace the box, and I will just blame someone else for something you did. Teacher of the Year, ladies and gentlemen.
Ms. Walker, I'm going to go throw this away right now, even though you're up in the middle of lecture. Even though that's not... Sit down.
Sit down!
I'm doing something.
Sit down! Oh my God!
And what's happening is that I'm now spending my...
Oh my God. You were wrong, so you're spending time, valuable time, on something where you're defending yourself even though you were wrong.
Waking days. Parenting. Oh.
Wrong parenting. Wrong parenting there.
And over social norms. Hey, when this kid says, hey, can I have your orange because you're not going to eat it, and you allow him to, that doesn't mean to chuck it as hard as you can and hit him in the head with it.
What? What the fuck are you talking about? If the kid says to another kid, hey, can I have your orange because you're not eating it? And then, yeah, sure. And then you grab the orange and you smash it in their face. What are you talking about?
That doesn't mean to chuck it as hard as you can and hit him in the head with it.
Is she making stuff up? Like, yeah, obviously that is not cool. So you tell the kid you need to apologize. And if it's not apologizing, yeah, go to the principal.
I just want you all to think.
Then they will be sent to school. And then if the parents are coming, it's like, hey, your kid smashed orange on someone's face. I told him to apologize, and he was like, no.
Think about the last time you had.
You're not going to convince me that there are no measures in place to, send kids home when they're doing something really bad.
14-year-old that you occupied without a phone all day, learning something. And I want you to take that 14-year-old and I want you to multiply it by 32 at 8:30 in the morning.
Let me go back.
Without a 14-year-old.
The last time you had a 14-year-old, okay?
That you occupied.
That you occupied?
Without a phone.
Okay, so no, you don't give them... Why are you saying occupied with a phone?
All day.
So, I think what she's... You know what? This is the best argument you have. You can say, like, hey, as a teacher, it does feel like we're competing with very powerful technology, like TikTok, algorithms, and all those things, right? We have to compete with those because they cannot access the phone during class, and we need to constantly compete with those options. And it's stressful. And I can imagine for a teacher realizing that the kids all just want to open their phone and check TikTok to see if they went viral or whatever. I can imagine that it's kind of frustrating. Yeah, just talk about that. But your example with the tissue box is super stupid. I would prefer to play video games on my NES and my Mega Drive instead of going to school. Yeah, your school was competing with that.
Whatever.
School was competing with the first PlayStation. You know how difficult that was for teachers? This year, the year when I realized that I can grow a TikTok audience, I came to the realization that kids are just so stupid.
My second year teaching AP seminar, and I've noticed a troubling trend with my students over that period that has progressively gotten worse with a huge spike.
They get stupider,
COVID,
dumber.
I can't
talk
about it anymore.
Can't stand them anymore.
The trend is that teenagers, kids in general, are significantly less able to critically think or solve
Yeah, they keep saying that.
On their own.
I interact with kids. It doesn't feel like kids are dumber. It actually feels like kids are smarter than the kids from back in the day. Like it seems like school is thinking that they are stupid and they are not. And like I can challenge them. I can easily challenge them and teach them new things. And I'm always amazed at how advanced something can be that I try to explain to them, and kids get it. Like it was back in the day, it was not that like that. So it's like, wow. It feels like it's actually easier to teach kids stuff now because they know a lot about a lot of different things. Because they're just exposed to so much information, right? I don't think you need to be a teacher to have an opinion about this. I think schools often underestimate kids. Yeah, that's what I experienced. They feel like, you know what? I don't think this is a smart kid, and then they don't like to change their opinion on this. Because they don't think people can change.
For example,
so yeah,
search phrase. And when they don't immediately on the first page of results see exactly what they're looking for, they give up and they come to me and...
So you're teaching them Google search. They type a very long phrase and it's not on the first page. So you need to kind of teach them how Google search works, which can be a bit complicated, right? Like you can use plus signs, quotations, and like then it will look at that exact thing. Like that's valuable. You should maybe teach them how to search, like more advanced search.
Instead of saying,
so they're giving up, so you can actually explain to them like, hey, it's a search engine. I've looked into it, and like, yeah, you can actually create more complex queries. Cute doggy? You want to see cute doggy? Who's a cute doggy? He's so cute.
Immediately doing that.
Teaching moment. Hey, I'm going to teach you how to use Google.
After one try of typing a question into a research database that is so complicated and conditional and convoluted.
A research database. Oh, wait. A research database. So are you telling them to put the search in like Google Scholar? Like they're not allowed to put it in like normal Google, or it's like a research database. So it's like, oh, I remember those shitty search engines that didn't really work that well at university. Like those type of things that barely work, that don't understand how search should work. Interesting.
There's no way anybody would come up with results for it. Another example is this happens daily, literally daily, in all of my classes.
So you did not consider it an opportunity to teach the kids how to use search, okay?
Asking a question that is clearly and blatantly addressed in the step-by-step instructions for whatever it is they're doing. And then when I point out, oh, that's in the instructions, they still follow that up with, yeah, but you could just tell me, right?
So you put it in the instructions. Okay, so let me give you an example. If someone is asking a simple question, and it is in the instructions, right? And it's a yes or no question, getting upset and saying it's in the instructions instead of just saying yes or no, or saying yes or no followed by, hey, it's also just in the instructions, to make them feel a little bad, but not showing them like, hey, you know what? Yeah, I can easily answer. Yeah, but next time, like teaching moment again, they don't see it as an opportunity to teach. They just don't. Yeah, you need to go back to your desk, look at the paper because it's in the instructions. So imagine if you have a follow-up question about it, you need to go to your desk first to read it there. And then if you have a follow-up question, put your hand in the air, wait for me to tell you to come to me so you can ask your like kids are thinking ahead as well.
Related to that last
so they feel like it's kind of stupid to not just answer the question. Agreed. If I know something and it's somewhere else and they're asking me about it, I'm not just going to say it's in the instructions. If that is how you treat this, then it doesn't sound like you really love your job. I'm going to be very real. So you just answer them. Why? Because if you answer it right there on the spot, instead of forcing them to go back and read the thing, you're like showing them, yeah, I actually care. I want you to know the answer. And then I'm telling you right now, so you can maybe share a follow-up question. Tell them, like, do you have any other follow-up question or whatever, right? Because I want you to understand the assignment so you can do your best. Like, I don't want misunderstanding of the assignment resulting in you not really learning anything or whatever. So, yeah.
Give them an assignment.
Teaching moment.
Said step by step.
It's all teaching moments, guys.
Like my writing.
They cannot tie their shoelaces. Teaching moment.
Revision assignment that is 8 very simple steps. Every single time we
boring. 8 steps, boring.
Do it. Over 50% of my AP students miss one or more of the steps.
I want to see the steps. Was the last step on the other side of the paper?
This problem has gotten so
Did you accidentally misprint?
severe that I have stopped regrading written revisions if all 8 of the steps are not followed. And these are not big steps. I'm talking like step 1 is copy and paste the essay from AP Classroom onto a Google Doc. That's step 1. By not convoluted steps. I've started
Which ones did they miss?
returning them, and I won't regrade them until they can complete all 8 of the steps.
Fine. Yeah, that's what teachers can do, right? Hey, here's the assignment. Hey, you missed part of the assignment. Go back to the assignment. All right, bye-bye. Oh, wait, I need to make a TikTok. So, guys, I don't know how to deal with this because it's like impossible. The kids nowadays, they're like Terminator T-800s, guys.
This one seems minor and silly, but I think it's related, and I think
it's probably very silly.
It's important.
It's probably not important at all.
I have noticed a significant increase over
I want to see the stats.
the last few years of dumb, lazy.
Oh, my students are so dumb. Hey, students that know that I have a TikTok. Hey kids, did you know I got like 60,000 likes on TikTok? Hey kids, do you have TikTok? Hey kids, do you have TikTok? Maybe you can like my last video. If the kids realize that you as a teacher have a TikTok and you're saying dumb, you're using the word dumb when referencing stuff that they have done, or it's not cool. Not cool.
Grammatical errors, even when the students have spell check turned on.
The question is, who is their audience? They have grammatical errors even when the students have spell check turned on. Yeah, spell check sometimes is wrong as well. So I guess, yeah, you can, another teaching moment, right? Grammatical errors when the students have spell check turned on. Well, they're not automatically accepting spell check, then you need to tell them, like, hey, this is spelled wrong. You need to work on your spelling. Right? No, teaching moment, yeah. Yeah. I think it's good for them to not always just automatically do the spell. You know, here's the thing. If they automatically select the corrected spelling from the spell check thing, they're not learning. Same for me. Some words I misspell all the time because, yeah, I just type it, autocorrect, yep, fine, that's it. I don't care. So kids that don't automatically correct it, actually, that's good. Because they're giving you an opportunity to tell them, like, hey, you're not spelling it correctly, right? You need to practice this one. No! You need to realize that pressing enter automatically accepts the suggested auto. Like, you're not even, it's clearly you guys are not thinking about this. Teaching moment.
About functionality in Google Docs.
They're asking me something about functionality in Google Docs.
How do I
Teaching moment.
switch to suggesting mode?
Teaching moment.
Even though that's clearly outlined with pictures in step-by-step instructions that I've given them.
Here's a news flash. Kids nowadays prefer to watch a video tutorial compared to step-by-step descriptions of what they need to do on blogs from 1999. Get with the program, right? Yeah, they are visual learners more, right?
Impossible for them to figure out on their own. I get asked 85.
For you, highlighting text and changing the color and stuff like that using Word or Google Docs or whatever is very familiar, right? You know that. The kids that don't know these things have never known these things. It's completely new to them.
5,000 questions.
So you teach them.
And people talk about with moms and teachers, like decision fatigue.
Wait, how
And
many
people
questions?
85,000 questions a day.
Do we think that she's exaggerating? She gets asked 85,000 questions a day. Do we think that she's exaggerating a little bit because TikTok kind of encourages people to exaggerate?
And people talk about with moms and teachers, like decision fatigue. That's where some of the teacher burnout comes from.
I think if you're burnt out with because you're answering questions from kids, I don't think being a teacher sounds like something that really fits.
So drop a line in the comments and let me know.
Drop a line, give me some engagement, 4,200.
What evidence, what examples do you see in your students of a
Anecdotes.
loss of just basic problem solving?
Brain power. They're getting stupid.
Thinking skills.
It has completely changed in the year, in the years where I started really working on TikTok and trying to get a following. Everything is like completely different now.
I'm trying to adjust and account for that and kind of like force these kids to start thinking for themselves. I've stopped.
You're a teacher. She's like, I'm going to wait until they start thinking for themselves. I'm adjusting. Instead of saying, hey, it's just a teaching moment. I'm a teacher. I teach. That's what I do. It's my job. I teach. No, I'm not teaching. No, I'm not teaching anymore. I'm not teaching. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting until they can be taught because I cannot teach them. Their brains are not functioning, guys.
And I started like
I will go to the ending, and honestly, I don't want to listen to what she has to say. The most lazy YouTuber ever. I could do this as well. Just like I have like 300 something subscribers, and she has like 160,000, and she's making a lot of money. And every time
so crazy out
it's so crazy. Every time you see stuff like this, it's like, why don't you just do exactly what they're doing? Because yeah, we should all do it, guys. Hit like if you like the video. Hit dislike if you dislike the video. I don't care. Leave a comment. Tell me, complain about teachers. Let's have a discussion in the comments about how bad teachers are in a lot. Like a lot of teachers are really bad at their job. They're a teacher even though they should not be a teacher. How many teachers are teachers when they shouldn't be teachers, right? They really don't love the job. They're not passionate about it at all. And let's talk about how messed up it is to show the homework of the students, talk negatively about them on TikTok in front of like hundreds of thousands of people, and how TikTok is just basically, incentivizing it, because the more they lean into it, the more popular they get and the more money they can make. And call out people like this that are just stealing content.